A big clue just dropped for a big rivalry picking back up for Becky Lynch. We'll also check out what's new with the Street Profits, Drew McIntyre, and more. Starting things off with some big potential news for Becky Lynch. In recent memory, Becky Lynch has been involved in a big feud with Maxxine Dupri. It was a lengthy one that lasted for several months. But despite it being a long feud, it was not a stale or dry one at all. It was a feud that had several high points that kept the audience engaged. So it was a pretty good one. Lots of unpredictable moments and great surprises there. Becky and Maxxine ended up having 6 matches together, and they split those matches right down the middle. Becky won 3 of them, and Maxxine won 3 of them. Although they're tied up for wins in their series of matches together, it does not seem like there'll be a 7th match and a tiebreaker here for Maxxine and Becky. They had that big moment of Natalya betraying Maxxine, and that felt like the moment that ended Becky and Maxxine's feud for good. Maxxine had her rematch right there, but her former best friend blew that opportunity for her, so now that chapter is closed. Maxxine moves on to feuding with Natalya, which now officially frees up Becky Lynch for the first time in several months. But Becky may not be freed up for that long. As WrestleMania season is days away from officially kicking off, fans feel like they clear things up for Becky Lynch in order to start getting her ready for a big title defense at WrestleMania 42. And who will this big feud and big title defense be against? Fans are still looking at AJ Lee as the perfect WrestleMania opponent for Becky Lynch. AJ's WWE schedule is extremely limited, with her yearly appearances count being very low. But fans have a strong feeling that AJ won't be missing the first WrestleMania since she returned. We may not see a lot of AJ in 2026, but you got to imagine that she would at least take part in WrestleMania. This is the biggest event of the year that WWE does cash out on all their part-time superstars taking part of the card. The special attraction superstars for the men's division will be there, such as Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So you got to imagine that the special attraction superstars in the women's division will be at WrestleMania as well, such as Nikki Bella and AJ Lee. It's the perfect match and feud for Becky Lynch that's definitely worth a WrestleMania match. So fans feel strongly that that's the direction they're going in. The Women's Royal Rumble match itself is definitely a spot to watch out for AJ Lee's return. But if she does not appear in that match, we can surely expect her to return in February or March to potentially set up a WrestleMania 42 match with Becky Lynch. On the Smackdown after winning the undisputed WWE title, Drew McIntyre stressed how Cody Rhodes was not getting a rematch and how Cody had to go to the back of the line. Although Drew is acting right now like he'll never see Cody Rhodes again during this title reign, rumor has it that Drew and Cody will share the ring again, and it could be as soon as WrestleMania 42. So the 3 Stages of Hell match was not the grand finale of this feud, especially considering that screwy finish. So things between Cody and Drew look like they're going to kick off here again real soon. But in order for that to happen, Cody Rhodes will have to earn that title opportunity, meaning that either the Men's Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber will be Cody's to win, and that will reconnect him with Drew McIntyre for a big match that just might be Night 2 main event of WrestleMania 42. Despite saying that he's done with Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre did take to his social media to post something that does make it seem that he has more unfinished business with Cody Rhodes. Drew made a checklist post that showed that he already took Cody's belt and Cody's pyro, but third on that list was Cody's soul, which Drew said he does not have yet, but he put the soon emoji right next to Cody's soul. This post by Drew McIntyre really went viral amongst the fans, especially the fan theory community, because it's not the first time that a superstar wanted Cody's soul. As you remember, The Rock put a massive amount on emphasis on wanting to take Cody's soul back in early 2025. That was a major focus there for the first months of the year, but Cody turned the offer down. And when he turned the offer down, that's when John Cena sort of started working with The Rock to try and handle Cody Rhodes for him. Although Cena was successful at WrestleMania 41, John Cena eventually dropped the title back to Cody Rhodes and made up with Cody as well. So The Rock's plan and the business partnership with John Cena fell apart. But someone that The Rock always had a close bond with was Drew McIntyre. There was a big moment in early 2025 where Drew and The Rock caught up with each other backstage, and as their conversation was wrapping up, Drew pulled The Rock close and whispered something in his ear. We never got to hear what Drew whispered to The Rock. It was a mystery that the community was obsessed with for a while, but of course, it was impossible to know what was said there. But seeing some of these recent events of Drew McIntyre dethroning Cody Rhodes as champion, and now making a claim of wanting to take Cody's soul soon, it has fans wondering if Drew McIntyre could be quietly working for The Rock. Drew McIntyre probably pleaded with The Rock for an opportunity, and how he won't let him down like John Cena did. John Cena dethroned Cody at WrestleMania 41, but at no time did he ever feel like John Cena took Cody's soul. So that's the area that Drew McIntyre can beat John Cena in and be a better soldier for The Rock. Not only did Drew McIntyre take Cody's title, but he now wants to take Cody's soul and won't stop until it's finally done. And Drew is already making progress on that goal. Cody Rhodes has definitely been acting different, and you can argue that the events of that feud with Drew McIntyre is causing this shift in Cody's demeanor. And Cody is slowly losing his soul. He's slowly losing the morals that he had perfectly intact a few years ago. So that's how Drew McIntyre could be getting the job done for The Rock of striping Cody's soul from him. And if Drew ever slips up and Cody takes the title back from him, then at that point, The Rock would probably be all out of men, and he'll have to serve as the final boss to Cody Rhodes. So that's all a crazy fan theory right there, but fans just find it very interesting that Drew's after Cody's soul, and everyone knows that was the top thing that The Rock wanted from Cody. So it just makes you wonder if everything is connected there. A big update recently dropped for the missing tag team of the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have gone missing from television since October 2025. Montez Ford did play a role of the mystery man that was working for the Vision after Survivor Series for a few weeks there, but Montez Ford was just acting as a placeholder, so it doesn't really count as an appearance from Montez Ford's character itself. So after so many months away, fans are really starting to wonder about what their WWE status really is. There was a point in late summer last year where it seemed like Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six were instigating a split between Montez and Angelo. And it did seem like it was working for a bit and going somewhere, but it was suddenly dropped and then they disappeared off television as well. WWE has been teasing a split between the Street Profits since around 2021, 2022, and every single time it just leads to nothing. And the new rumor that's going around is the big plans that are still in store for the Street Profits, and how they've just been pulled from television to freshen them up a bit, so that their upcoming return will be impactful, meaningful, and have a lot of momentum. They did not want to overexpose them and make them feel stale, so that's the report reason for their extended absence. So their return is something else to look forward to as well. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.